They got a strong chance.
We rolling.
Even before
Remo's talking crazy before the recording that the Kings are going to win the championship.
I didn't say it's our championship.
On,
I said a sleeper to watch out for.
We already seen what happened with the Bulls.
I said
it's the same
sleeper to watch out for.
Man.
It's a difference. I didn't say championship. A sleeper to watch out for. Come on. A sleeper to watch out for.
We're actually here, Super Bowl Sunday.
Yes, it is. He's with us, Coach. What's going on?
Hey, you know what's crazy? I don't even
edition.
think it matters who wins this Super Bowl game. I think Dan Marino is the greatest quarterback.
Of all time?
Of all time.
Better than Joe Montana?
I'm talking about skill set and impact.
Better than Joe Montana.
He's
better than Joe Montana, who's undefeated in the Super Bowls.
Nobody threw the ball like Dan Marino. Look at the stats.
That's what we're talking. Are we serious?
No, but actually watch them play football.
And the man beat Dan Marino. And the man beat Dan Marino in the Super Bowl.
Dan Marino never won a Super Bowl.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does matter. It does matter. When it comes to ranking the quarterbacks, that 1,000% matters, bro.
Watch Dan Marino play football. He's better than Mahomes. He's better than Brady.
Are you crazy? Are you crazy?
He is. Look, think about skill set.
I know what you did when you drove over the RFK bridge. You was smoking that loco weed before you got to the FDR Drive. That's what happened.
All right, but we're here with another episode of He's With Us. Shouts to Mo. Shouts to Wolf.
Yeah, Wolf's in the building. What up?
Remo's here.
Yes, sir.
The craziest trade deadline in NBA history.
Yo, this shit was wild, son. I think.
What were your thoughts when you heard Luka got traded?
You and I have never text or DM so much.
That was crazy, man.
That was not. I mean, not you know what I mean. But I'm just saying. But now the Luka trade was wild. That was like the wildest.
Shams thought he got hacked.
Yeah, I know. We all.
He's like, I thought my phone got hacked.
We all thought he got hacked.
But what the Mavs did was trading. What the Mavs basically did was like trading prime Michael Jordan.
Okay. I get where you're going from with that. I mean, I wouldn't really go prime Michael Jordan, but I get what you're saying.
Okay, moving into his prime MJ. Because before MJ ever won a title, they used to have a lot of criticisms of MJ.
Right.
They used to say scoring leaders can't win titles. Mm-hmm. They're saying Luka's not in shape. He's drinking too much beer. But the guy averaged 34 a game and just made the NBA Finals. And they trade him away. Even though I did predict Luka would be going to the Lakers.
No, you did.
But not in this way, though. Come on.
No.
Mav, what are you doing, man?
No, I ain't gonna lie. Who do you blame on this? Besides Nico.
It's Nico.
I'm blaming Mark Cuban.
You know who I'm blaming?
I'm blaming Mark Cuban.
No, I'm blaming Pelinka for not talking to his friend and saying, are you sure? Are you sure you want to trade Luka Doncic?
Would you talk to your friend if that person was going to do something ridiculous as fuck like that?
Yes. Look,
dude, this is a business.
Listen.
It's a business.
Listen, I understand. But collaboration and business deals should benefit both sides.
True.
And I understand AD is a great player, but he's 32. He's injury prone. He got injured in his debut.
Hey, but
why is nobody talking about that?
But he dropped 26 and 7.
Bro, he got injured the first game.
I get it, but they still won.
What the?
He dropped 27. He dropped 26 points in his debut. If he didn't get injured, he probably would have had like 30 plus.
And everybody's saying that the Mavericks have a better chance to win a championship right now. First of all, I'm not sure if that's true because they just made the NBA Finals. And then Kyrie is going to have to be Batman.
No, I get it, I get it.
And if he is Batman, we got to look at Kyrie's career differently. If he wins a championship this year, we got to look at Kyrie's career differently.
No, by far. But I feel what people are looking at in a sense, right? Because you look at how the Lakers are constructually, right? Versus the Mavs are constructually, in a sense, right? Okay, yes, generational talent in Luka now was on the Lakers. That's going to take time to build around what Luka had in Dallas versus what Dallas has right now. Dallas still has what? A top 10 player in Kyrie, right? Dallas still has a shooter in
everybody's top 10
Clay.
though.
No, but still has a shooter in Clay.
But we look at every player and call him top 10.
No, true.
Until we really start putting a list down.
But let's keep it a buck.
Top 10.
But let's keep it a buck. Kyrie is top 10 players in the world right now. That's a fact.
I would agree.
That's a whole fact. You know what I'm saying?
But we say that about everybody.
No, true. But let's keep it a buck. Kyrie,
he's
top
better
10
than Brunson?
He has an edge on Brunson, yes. I agree on that. He has an edge on Brunson. Okay. But I feel what it is that constructually how the teams are. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel people feel that way. Now, is it an automatic lock for Dallas to win a championship? No. But no, I'm being saying. I'm giving it a buck. No, but
here's the thing.
But let's say if they sneak into the playoffs. Once again, before we came on here and recorded, it's about the matchups. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Who's really bona fide in the West that you can say can stop somebody besides OKC and Denver? Who can you bona fidely say outside of those teams can definitely stop people?
They totally changed their window from like a 10-year window to a 2-year window.
Who, the Lakers or
the Mavericks?
Yeah, by far. No, by far. That's a whole fact.
But you liked it for the Mavericks.
I did in a sense.
And then you really thought about it.
No. I did in a sense because I'm like, okay, if it all depends on AD's health. At the end of the day, it just depends on AD's health. Unfortunately, it's always been questionable with him, with AD's health. But let's say
he got injured first game.
Okay, let's say after this game, it gets better.
My man pulled his groin.
Hold on.
Wait. With nobody around him.
No, true. But let's say it gets better. I'm just putting things out there. Let's say it gets better. You've seen sample size in what, 2.5 quarters? What he did? He put up 26 points in 2.5 quarters. Houston, let's say Houston, who they faced, couldn't stop him. They put 4 defenders on him, couldn't stop him.
Who's creating outside of Kyrie for this team in the playoffs?
That's a question. That's a question.
You need more than one guy.
No, true.
To be an elite creator scorer.
True, but I feel...
And you're losing 34 points a game.
True. But okay, you lose 34, but it's not like...
Defensively, you get better.
Defensively, you get better. And AD is like only 4 possessions less in scoring-wise in comparison to what Luka did? That's not really a 4. Now, if it was like 10 possessions, 12 possessions off as far as scoring-wise... You know what I'm saying? Then I could see a big, huge concern. But in the end, Lakers won the future. Dallas won the now.
No.
Yeah.
I think the Lakers got a chance this year to win it all. And everybody's talking about the fit, but the brilliance of Luka and LeBron will defy the fit. 2 of the highest IQ guys in NBA history. 2 of the better scorers in NBA history. Okay. 2 of the greatest passers in NBA history playing together on the same team. The brilliance will defy the fit.
We gotta see. We gotta see when they get to the playoffs, bro. That's gonna be the key. Because then if they lose in the first round, then what? No.
Okay, let me tell you this.
And Dallas too. And Dallas too.
Yeah.
And Dallas too.
Let me tell you this.
Okay.
If both teams are losing the first round, who's it worse for?
It's worse for both of them.
Hell no, it's worse for the Mavericks. They leveraged their whole future. They traded Michael Jordan in his prime.
All right, Combo. You got to relax. Whatever's in that red cup, you really got to relax. I get it. I get what you're saying.
Listen. We all look at Michael Jordan differently now. He had a lot of criticism before he won a championship.
Okay, before he won a championship, of course, he was probably top.
Luka was averaging 34 last year, bro.
He was,
and they made the finals.
Yes.
So you're telling me this was a good trade for the Mavericks?
I didn't say. I never said it was a good trade.
You did.
I never said it was a good trade.
Don't lie.
I never
Don't cap.
I never said.
Oh
it
my
was
God,
good.
we get to Soho.
I said. What did
Reemo
I say?
starts capping.
Hold on. If I said clearly. I said Lakers got the future. Dallas got the now. That's what I said. Let's keep that a buck. That's what I said.
Lakers definitely have the future, and Lakers might have the now.
I don't come.
And let's say if neither of them win a championship.
Okay. And then now you start. Now it starts.
The Lakers have 15 years of box office Luka.
Okay.
They have 2 or 3 years of AD.
Maybe 4.
Great. It was bad, bro. It was one of the worst trades in NBA history for the Mavericks.
Okay. All right.
All right, but we got to get to the rest of the trade deadline.
All right, who else we got?
How you feeling about Jimmy to the Warriors?
Which I did guess, and I said would be the best match. I feel once they get everybody back, so Steph, and then there's still Draymond is still injured, but once they're all together, I ain't go front. They could be a sleeper too if they squeeze in.
Sleeper for what?
Sleeper to WCF. I could see it.
Yeah, I don't think they're legit championship contenders right now, but I do think it's a good move because it gives the fan base something to be excited about, and you're trying to maximize Steph Curry's timeline.
Let's keep it a buck. Playoff Jimmy is playoff Jimmy, son.
That's a fact.
Let's keep it.
And everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. I mean, Jimmy's different. Like, he wasn't even really playing basketball for the past 6 months.
Yeah, he was wild. He was at another world. He was in emo time.
Oh man. Yeah.
Who else we got? Oh, Spurs and Kings.
I wanted to see like Trae Young or LaMelo Ball because I wanted to see elite passing.
I think LaMelo should have went to the fucking Spurs.
Yeah,
bro.
because Wemby would clean up everything LaMelo does defensively, and it would maximize Wemby to the fullest, being a lob threat.
Oh,
and,
yeah, by far.
LaMelo is a savant when it comes to passing the basketball, and De'Aaron is a great player, but I just like that fit with Trae and Wemby or LaMelo and Wemby a lot better.
Yeah, son. I was really looking for that. I was like, yo, if they make that blockbuster trade, and then it shocked me, De'Aaron Fox made it. I was like,
I mean, he's a good player.
No, he is. No, De'Aaron Fox is a great guard. Don't get me wrong. But when it comes to, because now it's going to be battling who's the face. You know what I'm saying? In that regard, even though, yes, it's still Wemby, but it's like, all right, now in the closing moments, who you going to give the ball to?
Wemby. He's a top 5 player. He's a top 8 player already.
Yeah, true. But you can't deny De'Aaron Fox for the closeout either. In that regard, you know what I'm saying? You can't deny him. But you really going, if it's like under a minute left, you're really going to deny and say, nah, we good, De'Aaron. We got to go Wemby all the way.
I mean, it's Wemby's team.
No. True.
I mean, De'Aaron going into it knows this is Wemby's team.
No, right. But again, it's going to look crazy. Nah, chill, De'Aaron, you good. And this is De'Aaron Fox. You know what I'm saying? In that regard. So we'll see with that team. We'll see.
Ben Simmons to the Clippers. The Knicks should have picked him up, man.
We should have. I'm not going to lie. We should have. I'm thinking about it, even though I was joking.
Now he comes along.
Did.
2 episodes later.
I did.
But the Clippers made a great move because they lost 3-point guards, and Ben is also a guy that could guard every position. And I think Ty Lue is one of the best playoff coaches in basketball, and he can maximize what Ben Simmons does. And you don't need him to finish games. Like, you have Kawhi, you have Powell, you have James Harden, obviously, who's an all-star this year.
Right.
And I think that Ben Simmons is a perfect fit there for both sides of the floor.
Yeah, and not even that. Also, too, well, look, I just found out Atlanta's releasing, they're going to release Bones Highland. They're going to release him. So it's like,
you want to get him back?
I wouldn't mind it. Clippers should do it. If they're going to release him, shit, bring him back. It's not like...
Yo, Bones is one of those guys who's a great hooper, but how does he fit in the NBA is another question. Like, I think 6-man role probably. Like the Jordan Clarkson, the Malik Monk, Bones Highland. Like, that should be his role in the NBA. And I hope he could find a place because I liked him since college. Like, he's tough. And he got some point guard stuff to his game. Like, Bones is tough.
Yeah, hell yeah. And let's talk about the Kings because we did pregame talk about the Kings, right?
This might be the worst topic.
The West Bulls. The West
this
side,
might be the worst topic on a topic board.
No, it's not a
basketball
worst
podcast history.
No, it's not worse.
Are the Kings a sleeper? No.
Yo, listen.
I love Zach LaVine.
Listen, but here's the thing. I'm not saying for championship. Once again, if they sneak into the playoffs, they are a formidable team. They are.
I like the Kings. I have friends in Kings media. Like, they're good people.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, they and it goes back to what we talked about. They're idiots for letting go of Mike Brown because now look what y'all did. Now look what y'all did with the team.
Well, Doug Christie's not a good coach?
He's not Mike Brown.
That's true.
He's not Mike Brown.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think when you lose a locker room, it don't matter. You're just going to lose your job. And as an NBA coach, you basically know going into it, there's a good chance you're going to get fired. That's almost unless your name is Spo, you're going to get fired, right? Steve Kerr, Popovich,
Mazzulla.
You're going to get fired. You never know, bro. They were looking crazy this year. Luka Doncic just got traded. You think Mazzulla can't get fired?
I mean, that's true. That's true.
I mean, I wish the best for him. You know, he just won a championship, but you never know. I don't think he has the job security of like a Steve Kerr, a Popovich, or a Spo. I think those are like the 3 guys that would never lose their job. Right. Never say never in the NBA.
Yeah.
But it's like, who knows? So here, we got to shift to the Knicks, though.
Okay, let's go. We can shift to the Knicks.
It's not, did the Knicks drop the ball? How bad did they drop the ball at the trade deadline?
Oh, man. I just, listen, for a good amount of our fan base, I'm sorry. I'm looking to the camera. I'm sorry, guys. This Mitch shit, you're wishing for a hope and a dream and a unicorn with this Mitch shit. Because here's my thing. First off, you can't automatically put him in the starting lineup when he gets back. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to save him for the playoffs. So the best scenario for him, I hate to say it, is to come off the bench and and guide the minutes into the starting. You get what I'm saying? Other than that, all right, we did the Sims trade. I don't like that Sims trade. I'm not saying.
Tell me more about that trade.
I mean, Sims for DeLon Wright. We traded him to the Bucks, I believe, for DeLon Wright.
Sims has an issue with processing the game of basketball, but he's a crazy athlete.
Yes, he has athleticism, but unfortunately, his processing of a ball is not up to there.
Yeah, he just can't make reads at the right time.
Me personally, I feel this is a great opportunity to give more minutes to Hawk Purdy, who has a better motor, who had a way better motor. You know what I'm saying? And even right now, shout out to Mo, was talking with Mo about it. Like, yo, in this span of time until OG comes back, what does it hurt to put him in the starting lineup at the 5?
It only helps.
And then you can make Cat go to the 4.
Here's the problem. Tibbs doesn't want to give confidence to his bench, which could help you over the course of time in the playoffs.
I just don't understand that. For me,
and you know what the problem is?
That.
It keeps the vibes actually good because star players want to play the whole game. So they're never going to complain.
Right.
So everything seems good, but it's not really beneficial for the long term.
Nah, hell no. And then shit, I hate to say it, it is what it is. Our perimeter defense is in shambles. It just is what it is at this point.
Cat has a problem guarding 5-out offense, and he also has a problem in pick and roll defense.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. But I feel he does it slightly better when he's at the 4. Because at least with the 4...
So you're saying when Mitch comes back, it's all good?
Not really when Mitch comes out. No.
I mean, that's what you're saying, basically.
Not when Mitch comes back.
You're relying on Mitch so much. Like, I haven't seen...
No. I'm not relying on Mitch. The majority of the fan base is relying on Mitch. I'm not relying on Mitch.
Well, you're saying that at the 4. So, I mean, that's...
Yeah, no, true. But what I'm saying is this, right? This is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You have to guide Mitch back to that, to go automatically to the 5 position. Because God forbid, if within that game he gets injured again, we're screwed. We're back to square one. At least here, if you do Huck Purdy, right, put him at the 5, it at least preserves Mitch longer until we get to the playoffs. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying deny Mitch. Oh, well, I'm just not relying on it. You get what I'm saying? And honestly, if you look back and when Cat was in Minnesota, right, what did he play better at? Did he play better at the 5? He played better at the 4. You know what I'm saying? Despite Rudy Gobert is a better talent at the center.
So he's on his AD stuff. I got to play the 4.
No, I mean, it's true, though. You know what I'm saying? Cat was better. Don't get me wrong.
Well, he wasn't better because he was playing at MVP level at times this year. No. At an all-NBA level.
True. But once again, Cat
was actually better with the Knicks than probably any year with the T-Wolves for a time. There's some recency bias because the Celtics said Jason Tatum just cooked the Knicks, but he's been having a great season.
Yeah, yes.
And he's probably the best offensive center the Knicks have ever had, including Patrick Ewing, who was great, who carried the team on his back for a while. But there's been nobody like Cat for the Knicks when it comes to a big man.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, even though Amari...
He's the greatest Knicks offensive center ever. Well, Amari's more of a 4.
No, right, but he was a 5, though.
And he wasn't as... He didn't have the skill set like Cat.
I say his first...
He wasn't as skilled as Cat.
I say his first year. I say his first year on the Knicks, because he was in MVP talks that year.
No, impact-wise, but I'm just talking about skill set. He's not as offensively skilled as Cat.
True.
Yeah, and also he wasn't in his prime with the Knicks.
Yeah.
He was in his prime with the Suns, right?
You could balance.
He wasn't in his prime.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Knicks did drop the ball trade deadline. I wish only 2 people, honestly, I wish they really would have went after.
I told them on this show, Lonnie Walker and Robert Williams III, man.
Them 2, yeah. I wish they would have really pulled the trigger for Valanciunas and maybe possibly for Steven Adams.
Would be good.
But we got to see.
But that Valanciunas don't help defense. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But he would have helped with some of like the stuff they're missing with iHeart. Like with the passing, the connecting big, maybe give Josh Hart some time off the bench. Tibbs got to play his guys, man. Like you mentioned Hawk Purdy, he also has to play Kolek. He has to give these guys confidence so they're ready for the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying.
We're going to play 6 guys in the playoffs?
If we go to the playoffs with 6 guys, we are not surviving. I don't give a fucking. I don't give a fucking nobody. Said.
I mean, you watch your Knicks get cooked by the Celtics yesterday.
Yeah, unfortunately,
you got the Celtics of the field.
I don't know, man.
I mean, you like the Mavs who just added AD. I think the Lakers are going to win a championship now.
I like Field. For me, I don't feel, and it's not hate to the Celtics or anything like that. I just don't see them as a lock the way they're playing this year. I don't see them as a lock. You know what I'm saying? Like for a team that won a chip, let's talk about previous teams that won a chip. Like when Golden State got the first year with AD, right? Mm-hmm. And then they went back to back. Their second year, they didn't show no holes. They didn't show no weaknesses or anything like that. Shit, the Bulls team, the 72-10 Bulls team, right? They won, right? After that year, what happened? They still kept the same machine going. They didn't show no thing. With the Celtics, as we talked about before, I feel they still show that they're bored in a sense. Like, look, even the game before
the bored Celtics just cooked your Knicks.
No, they did. But look at the game before that, though. They got bored against a no AD, no Luka, only Kyrie and Clay, and no Washington fucking Dallas team. So it's like they got to get punched in their mouth to wake up and go, oh shit, we're the defending champs. You get what I'm saying? That's just how I feel.
So who do you think has a chance in the East? Do you think it's the Cavs, the Celtics?
Cavs.
The Knicks don't really have a chance, Celtics, right, to win the East?
Not to win the East. I mean, I feel they could possibly.
So this is the time that Knicks fans have to just come to the realization they're not good enough?
I wouldn't say not good enough. I mean,
they're not good enough. They're not good enough defensively. They don't have enough depth. Tibbs is not playing guys to give them confidence to allow them to have depth over time, and they didn't make any good trade deadline moves.
Yeah, it's tough. It's looking like next year project. I'm not gonna lie. It's looking like next year project. It is. I'm being realistic.
Cade or Brunson?
Brunson with the edge. I feel Cade this year.
Did you see how they were going at Brunson defensively? That would not happen to Cade. Cade is the better two-way player. He's the better passer. He's a 3-level scorer. Although he doesn't score as good as Brunson, he is the better basketball player than Jalen Brunson.
But I don't feel I don't think this year. I don't think he's having a better year this year.
I agree with that. I
don't think that does potentially wise.
What if you give him the Knicks though?
No,
Cade and Cat in the pick and roll is different.
No, of course. I would love to have him on the Knicks.
So would you trade Brunson for Cade?
Straight up? That's tough. That is tough.
I would say that
it's tough.
I do believe Cade is a better basketball player, but Jalen Brunson is better for the Knicks than almost everybody else because you got the Nova Knicks thing going on. You got his dad on the sideline. I think it's the perfect situation, and situation matters.
Yeah, and also too, I'll even keep it a buck. Even when Brunson first got signed, I was a little shocked by it, right? But then over time,
damn, Mavs made 2 mistakes. Oh my God, they traded Brunson and then they traded Luka.
They didn't trade. They let him walk.
They let Brunson walk and then they traded Luka.
Right. Oof. That's tough. Everything comes back to the Mavs. It's all Mark Cuban's fault. Let's blame Mark Cuban.
No, but Mark Cuban
I'm fucking around. Shout out to Mark Cuban.
Actually, I heard they're sick over there. Like Mark Cuban's not in a good place. Like Kyrie was close with them. And then obviously the fan base is going crazy. The fan base got to chill though with the death threats.
Yeah, it's like, bro.
That's crazy.
But this is what we told.
That's why Pelinka was not being a good friend. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Because
the man is getting death threats.
Well, I mean,
Pelinka can't foresee that.
It's business.
No.
It's business.
No, business is not good if you totally fleece the other person.
I understand
because then you can't do business again.
I understand that.
That person was just fleeced.
I understand that.
What would you say if Nico Harrison ends up on the Lakers staff eventually?
That would be fucking diabolical, son. That would be so diabolical. Yo, that he purposely ruined a franchise just so they can move to Las Vegas? Because that's something that's being said too. They're talking about the Mavs possibly moving to Las Vegas.
Yo, if Nico Harrison ends up on the Lakers staff eventually, or what if he replaces Pelinka?
Oh, that'd be crazy. That'd be insane.
The conspiracy theorists are already having a field day.
That'd be wild. That's even wild to think.
Well, he even said in his own interview, I'm not going to be here in 10 years. Didn't he say something like that?
Yeah, he did. He did kind of give some kind of prophecy like that in a sense.
Jason Kidd didn't look too happy in that press conference.
Hell no. He was pissed off. Even when
they did the
even
deal?
when Nico said, what did he say in the press conference? I think he said something like, in regards to, this is what the type of players that Jason Kidd wanted. Or something like that. And Jason Kidd was just like he tried to stop his heart attack.
Too?
Like,
they kept everything under wraps because they didn't want a disgruntled employee, but they also didn't check the market. Do you realize PG-13 trade, he got like 4 firsts and SGA for PG-13.
Right.
They got like 1 first-round draft pick for Luka.
That was crazy. I don't know. I think you know what I was saying the other day to you, right? My theory is I think Adam Silver just called all the owners. I think this was just
that's what they're saying on the internet.
Yeah, I think this was just to boost ratings. Like, to me, there's no way trades would be this outlandish if you weren't trying to draw more of an attraction. Regardless of All-Star Weekend being close, regardless of the ratings being low, viewership and everything being low.
It's going to be back up now.
Oh, no, by far.
Yeah.
By far. But I'm just saying.
I can't wait to see Lakers versus Mavs in the playoffs.
That'd be crazy. That would be crazy.
What if Luka beats them? Damn, Luka beats them. Nico Harrison goes to the Lakers. This is nuts, man.
Yeah, this is like wrestling.
Well, it really is entertainment. I mean, the NBA is more entertaining. The NBA is more entertainment. EuroLeague is more real basketball.
Right.
To me.
Right.
It's entertainment.
Yeah, it's true.
You ever go to an NBA game? There's like it's entertainment.
Shit,
That's why you got star players and then everybody else who has to fit around them.
Yeah, which is true. Hell,
You know,
it's true.
like-
what else we got? Yeah, Celtics. Oh, All-Star snubs. Let's get to that. Let's
Your
talk.
boy Trae Young. Your
Yeah.
guy Trae Young, Reggie Miller 2.0,
No.
he's the biggest snub to me. The most underappreciated
Bigger than-
star in professional sports.
Bigger than LaMelo? Who was top 3 in voting?
No, it's fair because I'm not mad at LaMelo being in the All-Star game because he has so much flair, but I think Trae Young has had the stats and he has more impact on winning this year than LaMelo. I would also say that Trae Young is the most underappreciated, underrated star. The stats he could put up at his size, not being a crazy eye-popping athlete, is absolutely phenomenal, and I think he's tremendously underrated, and he definitely deserves to be in the All-Star game. And I think Giannis is out, so he might get the nod now, which is good.
Possibly. So then, wait.
So who should replace him? You tell me, LaMelo or Trae?
Oh man, for me, I'm going LaMelo. Like, because the only reason why, because it's like it's defeating the purpose of All-Star Weekend, right? All-Star Weekend is supposed to be what? It's supposed to be glaring, supposed to be eye-popping. Not saying Trae's not box office, but for this year alone, you're gonna tell me LaMelo's not box office this year? The way he's been playing on a losing squad,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't box office. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, what is the league trying to tell me here?
Yeah, I mean, you want the NBA All-Star game to not be entertaining, but then LaMelo and Trae Young aren't in it.
And Kyrie's not in it.
Do you think the new pickup style of play is going to help these guys to play harder? I mean, Larry Bird gave him a pep talk last year. It didn't help.
I don't know, man. I don't like this format. I really don't. For me, I don't like this format. How do you like this format? I really don't like this format.
I think you need to mix something. I think you need to change something. I'm not mad at it.
I think next year, right?
Okay.
Go back to the old format and do what baseball did. Do what baseball does. Whichever conference wins, you get the overall home court advantage.
Did you see Adam Silver has been watching the show talking about doing what baseball did and changing the rules? Combo said, go to 10-minute quarters. Adam Silver comes out on the Dan Patrick show and says, go to 10-minute quarters.
You've been watching He's With Us. Fucking,
come on, man.
Fuck Adam Silver. You know
what's crazy about the algorithms? I wanted to talk to you about this.
What's up?
And Wolf, maybe you could speak to this too, even though I don't know if you have a microphone. If you say something and it hits a certain algorithm and you got all these people trying to prove you're not a prophet,
right?
If you make a separate post, it won't even get to those people. If you're trying to clap back at them, it won't get to those people. That's
Right.
just the way social media. You see what I'm saying, Wolf?
I do. My mic's, I don't got a cord over here.
Oh, okay.
Damn. Shout out to Wolf, though.
Yeah, shouts to Wolf. You see what I'm saying, though?
No, I get to do
because
what
like
you're saying.
the algorithms don't even hit your following.
This thing is so tricky.
Yo, they were
What's
throwing
up,
each,
Sonny?
yo, with the Luka Doncic, like when I predicted that, they were going back and forth. Yo, bro, like they were broing each other in the comments. Yo, they were making friends in the comments. It was crazy. They're like, yo, bro, he doesn't post his misses, bro. And one dude's like, nah, he has a track record for being right. Nah, bro, he don't post his misses.
So Chad is loving you? That's what I'm hearing.
He don't
Combo?
post it. And then the other guy was like, yeah, you right, bro. You right, bro.
They like you. They're loving you again, Combo.
I don't know. I guess there's a lot of
don't
hate
know,
out there
son.
trying to prove he's not a prophet. But anyway, enough of Combo. It's not all about Combo, I guess. Who does, you know what? Actually, this is your topic. I want to hear your thoughts on it. Who are the top 5 worst NBA analyst media figures?
Oh, my God. Kendrick Perkins is one. I'm sick of him.
Wow, well, what about him? He's a leader of OKC.
No, the fuck he's not.
Don't listen to KD. That guy was a leader.
Fuck, he was. Listen, let me tell you something here.
Nah, Kendrick was a leader,
Oh,
bro.
get the fuck out of here.
How do we know? I wasn't in the locker room.
Have you? I should have said.
Maybe KD's
Did you watch
hating
the
on
YouTube,
Kendrick.
Did you watch the YouTube link I sent you?
Nah, I didn't.
All right, there's a YouTube link out of Kendrick's like highlights, right? Of what he's done on the court.
On the court don't matter.
No. But listen.
Oh, here's a good segue to what you wanted to talk about eventually, but go ahead.
Yeah, but here's what I'm saying, right? You see Scottie Brooks' face, you see the player's face, you see KD's face and everything, right? If you're this such leader, right? You're supposed to lead by example, correct? Yes or no? You're supposed
I
to
see
lead
where
by,
you're going with it, but I think you could be a great leader without being a great player.
No, true. But you're supposed to lead by example. So if the players and the coaches are kind of disgusted by your player, what you're leading by.
Were they disgusted by him back then? I don't know.
Yeah, but you can look in the tape, you can look at the videos, like he'll like if he does like a horrible turnover or just some
Didn't
idiotic.
he win a championship with the Celtics?
Yeah,
He's an NBA champion.
participant role. Participant role. Glenn Big Baby Davis had more of an impact.
He was tough.
Yeah, he was tough in high school.
Free Big Baby,
but
by
I
the
get
way.
it. But I get. But
Free the guys.
Free the guys. But I'm saying,
He's locked right now, right?
yeah, he is locked.
Damn.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, but go ahead.
But no, but I'm just saying in that regard with Kendrick, right? It's like, bro, like everything doesn't have to be you got to have something against KD for. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. You're a LeBron enthusiast, but then it's like when it comes to KD, you're like vigilantly I was like, come on, bro, really? And even
so
like,
it's built up animosity towards KD.
yeah,
Who might have not, maybe he didn't take him seriously during their run.
fucking ridiculous. Wow.
Well, you got 4 more to go. It's only 1.
People say Chris Webber,
Bad media personality?
but analysts.
Well, I just don't think he's not bad. He just don't move the needle. Like he don't have it takes.
Reggie Miller's kind of overrated for me.
Reggie Miller is a tough listen for me personally.
Yeah, Reggie Miller's overrated for me.
And I like Reggie as a player, and I think he's he's a great player. He carried that franchise on his back for years. But yeah, like he's not for me, I would say, when it comes to analysts.
Yeah, not and honestly, I hate to say this is gonna hurt me what I'm gonna say. Walt gotta go. Frazier gotta go. It's cool. We heard
Styling and profiling?
Yeah, it's enough. It's enough, bro. Because he sounds so outdated sometimes. You know what I'm saying? He sounds way outdated.
Mike Breen is great.
No, my brain is he's not overrated or worse.
Well, he's just different. He's more of
And honestly, for me, what's the girl's name on NBA Countdown? I don't know. She gets on my nerves.
well, first of all, UB Brown retired. He's one of the greatest.
He's definitely him. Bob Costas is dope.
I mean,
Breen.
UB Brown's more analyst and Bob Cost is more play-by-play.
No,
yes,
but I'm
they're
just
both
saying.
good.
But when he was on NBA NBC,
Yeah, UB Brown's one of the best. Doris Burke is one of the best.
Doris Burks I fuck with.
Legler's really good.
Tim Legler's great.
Yeah. JJ was good when he was doing it.
Oh, yeah.
I think JJ was probably better in studio than on the call of the game, but he was really good. The Hornets guy is hilarious.
Oh yeah, he's OD. What's his
Yo,
name?
he is.
Yo, what's his
That's
name?
it, like-
It's his ad libs plus when he does it. When he does it.
I mean, him and LaMelo are a dynamic duo.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
LaMelo
yeah,
Flagg and him
yeah,
calling the game.
Yeah.
They should bring him as a guest for the All-Star game.
Hell yeah, he should.
He'll add some spice to it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's mine. What about you?
For worst, I don't want to call people out on this show.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but who's the worst? That's a good one though. Let me think of somebody. Who's the worst? Damn, the worst.
Kamar Jackson to me is good.
Mark Jackson was always good. Yeah, I mean, him and Van Gundy are a dynamic duo.
Yeah, they
were great.
You can't knock that. You know what I'm saying?
On the call games, yeah, they were great, man. I don't really know worse. I think I tend to agree with you about Clyde, though. I think I've had that thought in my head. Like, it's time. I don't think he's terrible. I just think it's time.
Yeah, he's too outdated.
Well, if you could bring that list up a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, so I wanted to talk a little about Cooper Flagg.
Yeah, let's get to it.
What does he remind you of, bro? Cooper Flagg. Who does Cooper Flagg remind you of, Reemo?
A little bit of Franz Warner. Yeah, a little bit of Franz Warner again. Wagner, sorry. I always mess that up.
Redo it.
No, Wagner.
Yeah.
Yeah, Franz Wagner. You know what I'm saying? Has a little Gordon Hayward to his game.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And on a shooting tip, as far as like time-wise, he has like L.A., LaMarcus Aldridge in my book, as far as mid-range wise.
Well, I watched him play against North Carolina, and all I could think was, this is what it would look like if LeBron James played in college.
Really?
The IQ.
Okay. In that regard, not athleticism.
The passing.
Okay.
He made like 10 consecutive great plays, and they just blew North Carolina out the water in such a short amount of time.
Right.
And Cooper looked like the best player on the court by far with an improving jump shot. It was like LeBron to me. It's how LeBron would look if he played at Duke.
All right, so let's guesstimate for what he'll do NBA wise. For me, I feel
Kevin Garnett.
You really think on?
And I also think
you ever think on Kevin Garnett level? Like that's huge.
Cooper Flagg is going to be on that Kevin Garnett level.
You know what I was thinking about too? I forgot to mention. I kind of see a Kevin Love in him, like Minnesota Kevin Love in him in a way.
I see what you're doing here with your comps.
No, I'm just saying. I see. I'm
just saying though. You see what you're doing here.
No. It's not only bad. I'm saying play level wise. We're not doing that, bro. I see what you're trying to get to. We're not doing that, bro. We're definitely not doing that. But no, I see it in a sense, like as far as like playing style. You know what I'm saying? If you want,
who you said?
I said Kevin Love, Minnesota Kevin Love.
He's more of a perimeter player.
No, but I could see it like being that. Like if it's going to be like how Minnesota was trying to do their best to put a team around him like that, I feel
he didn't have the post touch, or he's not the rebounder that prime Kevin Love was. I think he's different. I think he's like that point forward mold.
No, but it's the scoring wise, the way Kevin Love scored. I mean, yeah, Kevin Love was doing it in the post, but also every now and then on the outside, the way he was outside as well. You get what I'm saying? I kind of see it.
Inside outside game.
Definitely can't see it. And then depending on who picks.
You don't think he's more of a point forward mold? He's a great passer.
Great
defensive instinct.
So you're saying like he's going to be Luka?
Nah, he's not the scorer.
But that's what I'm saying.
That Luka is, and he's not the passer that Luka is. He's not a savant like Luka is. But he's going to be a great NBA player.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you feel he'll be like?
I told you I think he'll be like Kevin Garnett.
No. Yeah, I can see it. I mean, I don't see the intensity like a Kevin Garnett.
He's pretty.
No,
did you see him dunk on that dude?
No.
I mean, first of all, nobody has Kevin Garnett's intensity or his verbiage on the court, right? The way, like, Cooper's not going to talk to people the way Kevin Garnett talks to people.
No, of course not. But with KG, even minus.
I'm just thinking about
even minus that, it was a certain veracity.
I know. I'm just thinking of the two-way impact.
Right.
He's great defensively. He could be a hub on the offensive side in terms of passing. I think he is Kevin Garnett 2.0.
Yeah, but the thing is, Kevin Garnett was a cornerstone type of player.
Yeah.
Do you see he can be a cornerstone type of player?
Well, it's interesting because Kevin Garnett, in my opinion, was the best player on those Celtics teams, even with Paul Pierce.
Right.
But he also wasn't the go-to guy. And I think Cooper Flagg could fit that mold.
I feel, all right, true. But I feel
it's kind of like what AD's going to have to do with Kyrie this year. He's not going to be the first go-to guy. Kyrie's the go-to guy now.
Oh, no, of course.
Yeah.
By all means. But I feel with Cooper, depending on what team drafts him, and then time-wise, it's not going to be off the rip. He's going to be the cornerstone.
Do you think he's a generational talent?
That's tough. It depends on
No. Yes or no?
Like off the rip?
Generational.
Nah.
Like, look. Like, we know Michael Jordan, LeBron James.
No, right.
Wemby.
Right. In
We
that
see,
regard,
okay, generational. Do you look at Cooper like that?
Not really. I do.
No. Yes or no?
No, I don't. Nah, I don't.
Okay.
I feel he will definitely be a high quality type of player, but not generational.
Do you think he'd be the best player in championship team in the NBA, depending on his development?
I see he has the potential. I do see he has the potential to be that. But like I told you before in the chat that we had, it depends on the years. Like I want to say his window to be that is at a 4-year max window. Like within the first 4 years of his career.
As a rookie, you want him to.
No, I'm saying as far as it builds, then to be the cornerstone
Like how Luka
of a
was
team.
building before the Mavs traded him?
No, Luka was already it even as a rookie. So it's a difference. I don't see that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't see that in Cooper.
Yeah.
It's going to take time. You know what I'm saying?
So as I said, they traded Luka, and it was like trading Michael Jordan,
Yo, you
heading into his prime. And then AD has a great Mavs debut. I wish we could take injuries off. I've had my fair share of injuries, but we can't. And AD gets injured in his very first game.
But AD.
What does this mean for Nico Harrison and the Mavericks? And how do you feel about AD's debut with the Mavs?
I feel despite the injury, I feel it was a dope debut only because you didn't think off the rip it would be of that.
It was
sample
dope. He
size?
suffered a non-contact injury.
No, but all right. But I'm saying that's why I said outside of the injury, it was dope. He dropped 20.
It's a pretty big thing to skip over, but the
He
internet.
dropped 26, 7,
No,
and
but
7.
you know what's crazy? You're with the internet right now because the internet's just skipping over it. They're just talking about that.
No, but he did drop 26, 7, and 7 for a debut.
Availability is the best ability.
Hey, listen, true. But I'm just saying.
So you think the Mavs have raised their chances to win a championship this year?
I don't think raise. I wouldn't go raise. I think it's still kind of
So they leverage their whole future to keep the short term the same.
pretty much. Pretty much.
And then Nico will head to the Lakers in 2 years.
That,
And be on Pelinka's staff.
once again, chat.
What's the best conspiracy theory you saw, Reemo?
As far as sports?
No, as far as this Luka Doncic trade, that makes no sense.
Oh man, I don't know, man. I just feel like I said, the theory that I stuck on. I think Adam Silver just called all the owners. It's like, yo, do something now.
All he does is call owners and listens to He's With Us.
Yeah, I think so. I think
Take
so.
our takes.
Word. We need PC, Adam Silver.
So we got Jason Tatum. Cooked your Knicks last night.
He did. Listen, I just want to be very clear with you and the rest of other people that watch our platform. You know what I'm saying? I'm a realistic Knicks fan. If the Knicks get clapped, I don't take off work. Oh my God, woe is me. I need some time to think about it. It happens. It's sports. I'm not a sports victim. Okay.
So you think Knicks fans are too emotional?
A good amount of the fan base, yes. They're way too emotional.
Why don't you give them some hints, tips, or keys to be less emotional?
I do the best I can.
Maybe you just tell them your team's not a title contender, Knicks fans.
Hey, listen, I do the best I can, man.
Did you tell them that ever?
I kind of did.
You should just do a selfie video and tell them, Knicks fans, your team is not a contender. I'm sorry. You're not better than the Cavs. You're not better than the Celtics. It's over, man. It's over for this season. But it's not over because they have an exciting team. And they have Jalen Brunson, who's a great player. And they have Cat, who's a great player. And they're both in the All-Star game. But they're just not title contenders. They didn't do enough at the trade deadline. They're not deep enough. And Tibbs only plays 5 guys.
Man, that's about it in a nutshell. But we're about to get into it. Is Jason Tatum a better Celtic than Paul Pierce?
No.
Really?
Not a better Celtic, but he's a better player.
Okay. Speak on that. Expound on that.
I felt like Paul Pierce playoff and finals moments were just so much better than Tatum's. I mean, Tatum didn't even win Finals MVP.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
Tatum did win that Finals MVP. Actually, did he?
No.
he didn't. Tatum didn't even win Finals MVP.
yeah,
Edit point.
but we know with Finals MVP as of late.
And
the
Jaylen
last
Brown definitely won the Larry Bird Trophy. Who's the best Celtic of all time?
Listen, the last
Shouts to
few-
Bill Russell, who's up there as well.
Hold on, the last few Finals MVPs have been kind of shaky in a sense. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
but Jaylen Brown was
Come
the
on.
best playoff player for the Celtics.
But come on.
But I would
Pound for-
also say Kevin Garnett was the best Celtic during Paul Pierce's time.
pound for pound. We know pound for
But
pound.
I just realized it. Kevin Garnett
Mm-hmm.
is a better Celtic than anybody on those Jason Tatum teams, including Jason Tatum and Paul Pierce.
Damn.
Kevin Garnett is the best Celtic in the past 20 years. You just don't get the credit for it.
I don't know. I wouldn't go.
He's a better player than those guys. He wasn't the go-to guy like those guys, but he was a better basketball player.
He's
for
a better
the Celtics.
overall.
Two-way player. The glue. The leader. Just more impact than those guys.
I don't know.
He was so impactful on both sides of the floor.
Right, but I honestly feel with Jason Tatum, right? I feel it's because to some he just isn't about.
Well, he
his-
was talking crazy to your Knicks.
I know he was. He was wilding, but
Why you do that to your Knicks like that?
because that's what he does. He picks and chooses.
Head crack Trey, middle of
Yo,
Madison Square Garden. Jason Tatum doesn't talk to anybody but the New York Knicks. He doesn't talk crazy to anybody. He's a quiet guy.
he talks shit to LeBron.
He dunked on Braun bad. He was a rookie, I
Yeah,
think.
that was OD. That was OD.
Yeah.
And the stare down, but then Bron got him out of there. Yeah, that's tough. Dang, Tatum and Pierce. All right, let's say this.
I'm going Pierce.
All right, let's say. I mean, damn, that's tough.
I feel like he showed up bigger in the bigger moments.
But then again, all right, let's go up their playoff runs. Did Paul have a better playoff run than Jason?
You
Tatum?
tell me.
I don't know. Minus the bullshit with the Finals MVP, I feel Tatum carried majority of that run, and then Brown, I guess, picked up and closed. I guess in a way picked up and closed out. If you want to look at it like that, in a way, I'm just saying.
Who do you got, though?
Nah, I got push on that. I got push.
Come on, man. When he's with us, you got to give us an answer.
I got push.
What the hell does that mean?
That means even between those two.
We don't do even on He's With Us.
Listen, I'm just saying though, because
Now you're with us.
No, listen.
Does everybody
It's-
know what He's With Us is, by the way?
They should if you
Well, that's you right now.
If they're in the culture.
Well,
they
that's you
should.
right now. Give us an answer, Reemo.
Ah, man,
Come on, Reemo.
Damn. All right, sorry.
Paul Pierce or Jason Tatum?
I'll go with Tatum.
You know how long this edit's going to be?
I like Tatum's game.
You know how
better.
much fat I'm going to have to trim?
Oh well. Hey, listen, it is what it is.
How do you feel about that Oubre Embiid fight the other night?
That was crazy. I'm not gonna. That was crazy. That
I think it means nothing.
I don't know. I think
I think that's like regular basketball.
No, I think they're just frustrated. I think overall, I think
Philly's a
low key,
disaster.
I think Philly is like
It's, the
frustrated
worst,
with Embiid.
it's one of the worst things I've ever seen. It's almost as bad, but not as bad as Nico Harrison trading Luka Doncic.
No, but I feel Philly's like frustrated with him. Cause it's like
With Embiid?
Yeah.
Well, they
Cause
owe him like 60-something million, like 2 years or 3 years from now.
yeah, exactly. But here's the thing: it's like,
And shouts to man, get your bag. You know what I mean?
and I get it. It's like, bro, you're barely here enough to give this type of energy. You get what I'm saying? And I get Kelly. Okay, fine. Kelly Oubre barely jogs back on plays. Let's just keep it a buck with Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre is a high motor, plays on both sides of the ball.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
player.
He's a good player. I get it for that particular play that he jogged back on, but it didn't deserve yelling at his face and calling him out in game.
I think like
You know what I'm saying?
honestly, it's like what happens in basketball, but in the NBA, it just gets glorified and amplified. And especially with the season the Sixers are having, it's going to be amplified even more. But to me, that's just like regular basketball stuff. To me personally. And then they hugged it out after. Like, I don't They're a disaster anyway. This is not like oh, this happened. What's going on with the Sixers? Like, they're terrible no matter what. Everybody's trying to cook podcast P because he has more
episodes than he actually games played. That's crazy.
You know what's crazy?
That's highway robbery. Okay, so what's the worst highway robbery? Tobias Harris's contract years with 76ers? Years with 76ers?
Nah,
Paul Pierce.
Don't compare Tobias Harris to PG-13. PG-13 is way better of a basketball player than Tobias.
No. I'm not comparing that. What I'm comparing is years wasted with the 76ers.
We don't know. I mean, it's not even the All-Star break yet.
It doesn't matter. Please.
Come on, man.
Please.
PG actually, he probably did it for a thumbnail and for clickbait. I don't know if he did, but he questioned his own Hall of Fame status.
Ooh.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Bona fide? No.
Yes.
Bona fide?
Yes.
Get the fuck out. Bona fide for what?
With all due respect to Mitch Richmond, I mean...
Bona fide for what?
He's a better player than Mitch Richmond.
Better than Mitch?
The guy has no weaknesses. He's a two-way player. He carried Indiana to the finals on his back. When he was with OKC, he rejuvenated that whole team before SGA got there. He was top 5 in MVP consideration after a gruesome injury. The young kids, Gen Z, they look at him like the GOAT.
All right.
He's a bona fide Hall of Famer.
Okay, so
he is definitely a Hall of Famer.
I'll give you another player.
The guy has no weaknesses as a basketball player.
I'll give you another player who was injury prone in his career and is in the Hall of Fame. So he deserves it just as much as Tracy McGrady.
No, but Tracy McGrady is not like...
Come on, son.
Nah, but the heights that Tracy McGrady reached, I mean, Tracy McGrady is better than a lot of Hall of Famers, though. Like, you went to Tracy McGrady?
No, but I'm saying, but him and Paul George are similar in a sense. Both had multiple injuries in their career. Multiple seasons they were injured in their career.
Okay, but that doesn't mean you can't go to Tracy McGrady because he's not one of the lower level Hall of Famers. Like, they were comparing Tracy McGrady to Kobe in his prime.
No, I understand it, but what I'm saying...
So what does that do with PG-13?
That does, in a way. That does. Because, like I said, their career... I'm talking about... Listen to what I'm saying.
Tracy McGrady's not the lower end of the bar.
I'm not saying he's the lower end of the bar. What I'm saying is...
So that's like Michael Jordan's in the Hall of Fame. Why should PG-13 be in the Hall of Fame?
No, what I'm saying is...
Tell me what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, granted, Tracy McGrady, right? Mm-hmm. He's in the Hall of Fame, had multiple injuries in his career, despite the things that he did was prolific, right? In regards to Paul George, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's as prolific. For me, I don't feel Paul George is as prolific as Tracy McGrady is to get into the Hall of Fame.
He's not as prolific as Michael Jordan.
But we can
name any great Hall of Famer.
But then that's not bona fide then. I said, is he bona fide?
But there's people that are not as good as T-Mac that are bona fide Hall of Famers.
Like who?
Why is T-Mac the bar?
I'm not saying T-Mac is the bar. That's not making T-Mac the bar. I'm just saying, and I'm comparing it to both their careers because both the careers are kind of similar in a way because of injuries.
There's international players that didn't even average 20 that are in the Hall of Fame.
No, I know that. I know that. But I'm just saying, I'm using Tracy McGrady because, not say as a bar, I'm using Tracy McGrady because he's had multiple injuries in his career.
I understand why you're using him, but...
And he got in. But I'm saying...
But why can't they both be Hall of Famers?
It's tough. That's tough for me.
So why is PG-13 not a Hall of Famer?
Did he really transcend the game?
Guy is a two-way player, 3-level scorer, has no weaknesses, has been in MVP conversations, dragged Indiana Pacers to the finals. He got the stats. He's one of the most complete basketball players that ever lived.
True, but I don't think bona fide, though. He'll definitely make the Hall of Fame, but I don't think for me, I don't feel bona fide. It's not PG, like if you say PG's name, like PG Hall of Famer, it doesn't scream bona fide. All right, so let's do like this. Let's say careers ended at the same time. Let's say another player. Let's say Butler and him. Who's going to go ahead?
Butler's better.
That's what I'm saying.
Butler's better.
But would you consider Butler bona fide Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
Would many consider Jimmy Butler a bona fide Hall of Famer?
I think they're both better than Mitch Richmond, with all due respect to Mitch Richmond.
I can give you that. I can see.
And Mitch Richmond is better than some Hall of Famers. That's what I'm trying to say.
Is he?
There's some international guys that he's definitely better than.
Okay, I can see you in that sense.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm coming from as far as bringing it back. That's where I'm coming from as far as bringing it up about Tracy and about the Tracy. I'm just saying on a level of because it was multiple injuries in their careers. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
So we talked a little bit about Embiid and Joel. Should they just let them duke it out and make, even though they're on the same team? I think
like hockey.
I think in hockey it's usually. I think it's usually against each other.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I mean, Missoula said fighting should be something in the NBA.
It should be a penalty in NBA for fighting.
What if somebody gets hurt and then you're paying a guy all that money and he's injured?
Oh well, hey, duke it out. Fuck it.
So fighting should just be a part of the game.
Yeah,
like hockey.
Yeah, like 5 minute.
Honestly, though, it's a good idea.
5 minute.
Do you think that's what Adam Silver's going for here?
It'll boost ratings.
We've boosted it with the trade deadline.
No, but I said it'll boost it more. Like, think about it.
Isn't the game enough?
No, but I'm just saying, think about it.
Missoula's into analytics and into fighting. He's an interesting character.
Yo, get it popping, son.
He's very
No more waiting in the fucking the alley of the lockers and shit like that. No, do it right there in the court. Pow, pow, pow. Get it done.
Missoula's going to study the analytics on each fight.
Like Connor,
this guy came.
Like Connor, go ahead. Do it at the third quarter, right in this point.
He really said fighting should be legal in the NBA. So they should just do 4-on-5, right?
Yeah.
Somebody gets fouled out.
Hey, there it is. They do a power play. There you go.
Power play.
Power play in basketball will go crazy.
All right. Here, since you can freestyle, give me 5 rapid fire questions and I'll give you 5 rapid fire questions. And then we'll head out.
All right, bet. Celtics or OKC?
OKC.
Cade or John Morant? Cade Cunningham or John Morant?
John Morant.
All right.
John Morant's generational. Cade is great.
KD or LeBron?
LeBron James.
Luka or Wemby?
That's tough. That is tough.
Luka, Wemby. Think about it.
I'm going to go Luka.
Oh, really? Over Wemby?
Yeah.
Woo! All right.
That's a good one, though. That's a good one.
We're going to bring it back to 06 season. Nash or Kobe for MVP?
Nash. Rest in peace, Kobe.
Really?
I actually think Jason Kidd is better than Nash, by the way.
Yeah, I'd put that up there. Yeah. Hell yeah.
I think Jason Kidd's better than
Jason
Steph.
got definitely robbed in. He got robbed in 02.
You want to hear something? I think Jason Kidd is a better overall basketball player than Steph Curry.
Whoa, that's deep.
I think he could do more with less.
True, but unfortunately,
True, I'm right. That's it. Combo's right.
No. True, but unfortunately, because in this era, shooting is considered better than overall talent, and both sides of the ball talent.
Okay.
I'm just saying, people like if you mentioned about that, that's a good one to mention. Jason Kidd or Steph Curry. Oof. Eesh.
All right, my turn.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get it.
Tim's or Air Force Ones?
Tim's.
Who's the greatest battle rapper ever?
Damn. Shit. I'm gonna get cursed out for this one. Low key. Loaded Lux.
He's not better than Clips.
And I know Clips too. He's I don't
Get him on the show.
I don't want to answer that. I gotta talk to his peoples, but I don't want to answer that.
His brother is good at basketball, by the way. Josh.
Yeah.
Josh is nice.
Yeah.
Luka Doncic at the age of 25 or Michael Jordan at the age of 25?
Oh, fuck. Damn. Is that 87, 88 year with Mike when he was 25?
We all know who was better at 19.
I mean,
Luka was better.
No, but you said 25. You said 25. But I'm saying, is that the 87?
So Michael won his first one at what, 27, I think, right?
Yeah, so that's 87. So yeah, it says, oh, hell no. 87, 88, Mike? Fuck no, Luka's not better than him. Hell no.
Yeah.
What? Hell no.
I gotta go with MJ too.
Yeah, were you crazy?
I said I go with MJ. So
No,
I'm not crazy.
I know. I'm just saying. Shit, that year, that particular season.
Who's the most underrated New York Knicks player of all time?
Ooh. There's a couple.
Got one though.
But I'm not gonna say Bernard. I go Sprewell. Even though he's a fan favorite but I feel he's not as regarded. You know what I'm saying? I think for me it's Spree.
Fill in the blank. Steph Curry is a top blank NBA player of all time.
Top 10 point guard.
Top 10 point guard only? Come on, man. I was on House of Highlights like they wanted me to hate on Steph, but he's better than a top 5 point guard.
I say he's top 10 point guard.
Come on, Reemo.
Of all time. He's top 10 point guard of all time.
Of course he is, but he's way better than that. Top 10 point guard, Steph Curry? First of all, I don't even think he's really a point guard, but he's clearly better than you just confused
is he
me.
5?
I'm talking about players of all time. People got him top 5 all time of any player.
He's not top.
So he's
not top 5
really
overall. He's not top 5 overall players of all time.
I agree with that, but not everybody would agree with that. But top 10 point guard is crazy.
He's top 10.
I mean, yes, he's also top 100, but he's top 200.
But he's top. That's top. Saying he's a top 10 point guard is
all
not
right,
bad.
but I'm not talking about point guard though. I'm saying
player.
Yes,
He's arguably top 10 of all time.
So how is he a top 10 point guard and a top 10 player?
No, he can be.
I'm so confused.
No, I'm not. It's not confusing. It's not confusing.
I think you're the first person to confuse combo.
No, it's not. He's not. That's not confusing.
I'm confused right now.
That's not confusing, though. To say, like, first off, okay, if you think about point guards, right?
He's not a point guard. Draymond was their point guard.
No, he's a point. Let's say he's a point. He's listed as a point guard.
Okay.
Right?
You just confused me.
No, all right. Ready? You got Magic, right? Magic, Isaiah, John Stockton, Jason Kidd. You just said you felt Jason Kidd was better than.
Do you think he's better?
Do I feel Jason Kidd is better than Steph? Maybe an edge on it. Who else you got? Steve Nash, right? Who else you got? You got to put Westbrook up there because his career is a triple double.
Westbrook's not better than Steph Curry.
I'm saying as far as point guards, you got to put.
Come on, bro. Steph Curry is better than Westbrook.
All right, fine.
No, you're supposed to argue, man.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm saying, but you got to put. Who else can you put? Who else can you put in that category for point guards? Are we going to argue LeBron? Because LeBron played point guard?
Yeah, who knows what these guys play?
No, but I'm just saying, are you going to argue LeBron in there?
I don't know what these guys play, like Luka, Cade, SGA, LeBron. I don't know what position they play anymore.
But I'm just saying, the
NBA is more about meshing skill sets and tendencies than slotting positions.
Right, but the thing with Steph is, right, it's always been some kind of pushback with him. When it comes to talking about, okay, is he generational talent? Is he overall top 5? Because then...
This is not rapid anymore, though.
No, it doesn't matter. It is. I mean, we're common, but it is what it is. But if you think about it on everybody's list, right? Steph doesn't go to top 5. Some people do it out of fandom, but when they overall think about the top 10 or top 5 or top 10, he's normally in the top 10.
Okay.
Because who are you going to take out? Let's just think about it out real quick. If that was the case.
You just confused me with the top 10 point guards of all time. He's clearly first of all, he's not a point guard. And second of all, if you make him a point guard, he's better. He's easily better than, there's not 10 players better than him. That's my point.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, he's not a point guard. But if you put him in the point guard position slot, he's better than.
He's definitely a lock top 5?
Yeah, if you want to put him in that slot, yeah. You have to. For his accolades, he's the greatest shooter of all time. And I'm not like even the biggest Steph guy, but let's end it here though. Let's end it here.
No. But I'm just saying. But in that regard, that's what I'm saying. Like you see how you're thinking about it. It's not you're not automatically saying he's top 5.
I don't think he's a point guard though, so it's not fair.
So
like he's a better player than any 10 point guards. You see what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah.
But even
Because he's not really a point guard. So, yeah.
So even if you go player, even if you go player, right?
Yeah. He's top 12 to me.
He's not a lock for 5.
He's not a lock for 5. I agree.
No, right. That's where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
So that's why I said point guard. I said, as far as point guards, to me, he's a top 10 point guard.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, last one. Super Bowl Sunday. I'm going to add to my own rapid fire.
Oh,
I got the Chiefs winning 31-24.
As a Niner fan, I really don't want neither, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to go with the Eagles because I don't want Mahomes to get the 3
Saquon Barkley gets it done on his birthday.
Listen,
you heard it here.
Yo, listen.
On He's With Us.
You already know what it is, guys. Another edition of He's With Us. We're here in the building. Combo, Reemo,